Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done.
Let's all party.
Shakey's fun goes on and on. Era to era, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on, we still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Imagine, only 3 months under the system of Coach Kung Fu Reyes, yet Angel Abacon and the rest of the Lady Red Spikers with her best showing from the last seasons dito sa side ng Shakey Super League, pero makakalaban nila Kian Olango, who's continuously elevating her performance on the side of the UP Fighting Maroons, as we will be witnessing our classification matchup between Beda University Lady Red Spikers contra University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Good morning everyone and welcome once again dito po sa Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. My name is Daphne Cristobal with Riera Agas, and on the sidelines, makakasama po natin later on si Danny Nakpil. It's gonna be a quadruple header Sunday para sa ating laro ngayong linggo dito sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium, and Rhea, last two games natin later on, semifinals na.
That's right. And for the UP Fighting Maroons and Beda Red Spikers, both teams have shown vast improvements given the fact that both teams are spearheaded by a new set of coaching systems. So what matters in this quarterfinals and the classification match is really that execution.
But right now, let's take a look at our updated playoff bracket. Again, advancing in the semifinals, NU contra FEU later on. NU with a twice to beat. On the other side naman, UST ang meron ng twice to beat na benefit. They will go up against Adamson Lady Falcon. So, on this match, ang matutuklasan nga natin, itong UP and Beda falling short contra itong NU and FEU. But right now, balikan natin itong scenario on why nandito sa classification matchup itong side ng Beda University.
Of course, Beda faced a short-handed NU Lady Bulldogs squad in the quarterfinals and managed to keep things competitive early on and even won a set. Of course, we all know the Red Spikers will definitely not give up without a fight here as we take a look at the previous match standings here. Although lamang ang NU in terms of attack points, nakakatali din naman ang Red Spikers of 40 attack points on their own. What really changed in the disparity in the scoring system here is the block points of the Lady Bulldogs. That is 10 compared to only 2 of the Red Spikers.
Alam mo, ang nakakatawa dito on the side of Beda, no? The leadership of Angel Habacon. It's rare to see na meron ka ng magaling na spiker at yung leadership niya at maturity nandun na nga. So, 5 out of 7 games, double-digit production tayo dito galing kay Angel Habacon.
That's right, Daphne. Even though Beda fell short in the quarterfinals against NU, the Lady Red Spikers went down fighting, and it was their top scorer, Angel Habacon, who embodied the team's fighting spirit, who scored 17 points built on 15 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace in their previous game. Of course, overall tournament total is 84 points.
On the other side of the court, ang makakalaban nila itong UP Fighting Maroons. On the side of UP, they were able to push itong FEU into game number 2 during the quarterfinals. They were able to defeat itong FEU in 4 sets, kung saan nakita natin yung inconsistency noong larong yon, but they were able to snatch that one with the leadership of Nina Itang. Game number 2 naman, doon na sila nag-stumble in 4 sets as well kontra itong FEU Lady Tamaraws.
The FEU definitely proved to be too much against the UP Fighting Maroons, and it was an uphill battle for the Fighting Maroons going up against the Lady Tamaraws.
Pero on top of our broadcast, Rhea, we talked about these player. Our player in focus is presented by PusoP.com. Join now for free. Just an incoming sophomore for Kian Olango. We know that there is an addition of 3 upcoming players para sa kanila. But imagine this performance that she has been showing for the Fighting Maroons. 9 points in game number 1 and produced 16 during game number 2.
Kian Olango scored 71 total points overall here in this tournament. She is the second leading scorer next to Cassie Dongalio, which undertook Jelay Gajero after that game in the quarterfinals against the Fighting Maroons.
So for this game, it's all about that heart na nakita natin for Beda and that fight that we saw on the side of the Fighting Maroons. So coming up next, UP kontra Beda para sa ating classification matchup.
Super League Preseason Unity Cup 2025. Our first game on hand right now is a classification match between the Beda University Lady Red Spikers against the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Now it's time to meet the participants for both teams. First, for the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. led by team captain number 10, Ira Habuneta. Number 2, their first libero, Jisha Capistrano. Their teammates, number 4, Yeshano Seha. Number 5, Jenna Umayan. Number 6, Kian Olango. Number 9, Ninya Itang. Number 11, playing Blockly. Number 12, Kizzy Madriaga. Number 13, Fina Ali. Number 14, Bien Bansil. Number 15, Jelay Gajero. Number 17, Julia De Leon. Number 24, Kazi Dongallo. And their second libero is number 20, Shamel Fernandez. Now it's time to meet the Beda University Lady Red Spikers. Led by team captain number 1, Angel Habacon. Their first libero is number 14, AJ Campos. Their teammates number 3, Gina Espina. Number 5, Gina Castillo. Number 7, Jillian Katubig. Number 8, Kat Molina. Number 9, Janelle Bacar. Number 11, Beatriz Custodio. Number 12, Sofia De La Cruz. Number 13, Jermaine Onyega. Number 15, Gracie Hiponya. Number 16, Erin Navarro. And number 19, Kera Caballero. Their second libero is number 4, Amber Byong. Presenting our officials for match number 43. First referee, Mr. Jethro Paredes. Second referee, Mr. Jason Magad. Now it's time to meet those starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Beda University Lady Red Spikers. Led by team captain number 1, outside hitter Angel Habacon. Another outside hitter number 7, Jillian Katubig. Opposite hitter number 9, Janelle Bacar. Middle blocker number 13, Jermaine Onyega. Setter number 15, Gracie Hiponya. Middle blocker number 16, Erin Navarro. And their first libero is number 14, AJ Campos. The Lady Red Spikers are coached by Emilio Kung Fu Reyes. Now it's time to meet the starters for the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Middle blocker number 11, Playing Baklay. Setter number 12, Kizzy Madriaga. Opposite hitter number 13, Fina Ali. Middle blocker number 14, Bien Bunsil. Outside hitter number 15, Jelay Gajero. Another outside hitter number 24, Kazi Dongallo. And their starting libero is number 2, Gisha Capistrano. The Fighting Maroons are coached by Fabio Menta.
On the side of Beda University, you'll be seeing itong si Grace Hiponya to man the offense on their end. You also have Navarro, Juniega, Habacon, Katubig, Batchar, and Campos as the starting libero. Sa kabilang panig naman, the usual suspects that we saw during last game, pero ang maiba dito, no, that immediate insertion para kay John Baclay who didn't play last game. And also, Nina Itang will be not part of our starting 6. Ang mangunguna ngayon, itong si Bien Bansil. And this is our classification matchup. First game, this quadruple header Sunday, as the UP Fighting Maroons will be taking on San Beda University.
On your Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup 2025. Good luck to both teams.
Now that's Grace Iponya, the main setter here for Coach Kung Fu Reyes. As again, itong San Beda University, they fell short kontra NU Lady Bulldogs, but they were able to snatch the second set, even extended set, 27-25. But then just unable to get across itong NU Lady Bulldogs. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
What a way to start things off here on the side of the San Beda Red Spikers with an ace. Well, they definitely need that one to establish a confidence going up against the rising Fighting Maroons.
But immediately activating itong si Baclay from the middle. Sabi mo nga, no, for San Beda, you just really want to be in the upper hand immediately against the Fighting Maroons.
This is actually exciting for Coach Fabio to use Baclay as a starter instead of Nina Itang. Daphne, no? Na hindi natin siya nakita in their previous game, talking about a Baclay.
Yeah. So parang kung ikaw yung nag-scout, no, if you're San Beda University, parang you wouldn't really identify the play of Baclay, knowing that yung past 2 games during the quarterfinals, Baclay didn't play.
And also, it's an opportunity for Itang in the second set, perhaps courtesy of our all-to-play rule, na siya yung maging leader.
And with the help of the net, San Beda University with 2 immediately service aces, no, ang ipinapakita nila dito.
With the help of the net, service ace, courtesy of Angel Habacon.
Of course, Angel Habacon hailing from Bislig City and Surigao del Sur. Due to the left pin, courtesy of Gajero. That drop-wise move.
Not the best of sets for Katubig. In fact, she had to adjust on that, but fortunately, still, nakita niya kasi yung walang defender sa likod ng mga blockers.
4-1. The only attack point we saw for UP ay yung galing nga dito kay Baclay. From behind, Dongalio, Redwell. Gajero opting to go for the drop midway.
That was a smart move coming from Jelay, although medyo malayo sa net yung set, Daphne, no? But still, Jelay found a way to get that drop ball point.
So if you're the Fighting Maroons, you really feel that frustration knowing that you're able to push FEU to game number 2 during the quarterfinals, 1 in 4 sets, and then during game number 2, no, natalo na sila doon, unable to extend it into a 5th or deciding match.
You're taking a look at the numbers in their previous match against FEU, Daphne. In game 1 and in game 2, hindi naman ganun kalayo yung disparity in terms of attack points. But really, what changed in that game, that second game, the quarterfinals, was the errors of a UP, to which the FEU naman on the other side, they really capitalized on.
Tsaka nakita din natin, no, yung errors nag-pile up. Actually, for both teams on that game, but also the Fighting Maroons, particularly 2 players stood out in that game, Nina Itang and Kian Olango. But aside from that, parang we can say right after that impressive performance from Cassie Dongalio, she had a difficult time in game number 2. But on the other side, block point para dito sa side ng Fighting Maroons. So on a run, itong UP catching up and just down by a single point.
Oh,
And tying things up was Jelay Gajero.
was a little miscommunication on the floor defense of the Red Spikers, but so far, Jelay Gajero really doing a good job here. And of course, other than her, we also have to give credit to Madriaga, the setter. In the absence of Mangilimutan, she really stood up and embraced that responsibility.
Yeah, usually itong si Kiz Madriaga, parang siya yung nagiging backup setter.
Yep.
For Coach Fabio, he's opting to really trust muna itong si Jazz, knowing that she is very familiar with her teammates already. She has been with UP. And even in the recent UAAP, parang siya yung main playmaker, even last season. So, Kiz, now, as part of the starting six, for sure, andun yung pressure na nararamdaman niya. But, knowing na, ito, like, the starting six, andito yung mga former teammates niya all the way from high school, Engcal, sila Cassie Dongalo, sila Jelay Gajero. I think it is an easier job for her.
Yes.
6-all is our score right now, but immediately shutting down with the blockings by the Fighting Maroons. Ali with Bansil.
A tall blockers here for Coach Fabio in this rotation. And in that last sequence, a little awkward on that Katubig attack, but unfortunately, service error for Gajero.
So ngayon, UP ang lalamang ng isang puntos. Again, San Beda was up here by 3 earlier, 4-1.
Oh, great read. Back-to-back errors on the service area for both teams.
At ngayon, naabante nga po muli ang UP 8-7 heading sa ating unang technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
You are watching the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. It is a tension between being satisfied of their much improved performance and the feeling of not settling. Sabi ni San Beda Team Captain Angel Habacon, masaya siya na nakakaya na nila makipagsabayan sa mga UAAP teams, lalo na laban pa sa NU during the quarterfinals, pero ayaw namin magsettle sa isang set na panalo. An advice that really marked on Angel was what assistant coach Benji said, be at the moment at huwag magdali for the next move. Kaya nga sabi niya, we should lead with confidence and presence of mind to smoothly execute our tactical plays. Daphne and Rhea?
Thanks for that, Danny. But for this time, mukhang may post muna on the side of Fighting Maroons.
Bakit na dumadapa ka sa pag-coverage? Ibig yan, unaware din sa nangyayari. Ikaw ang huwag tumigil kasi ikaw ang setter. Yung kailangan kung kailan mo dapat ibigay sa backrow, tsaka mo pinipilit sa dulo. Bakit? Hindi nakapwesto yung tao mo. Ito pwede nang kumatake. So kailangan yung sense of direction maayos. Decision making maayos. Kailangan banatan yung galawan natin. Hindi pwede mo iiwan.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Kung Fu reminding Hiponia, the setter, for the Red Spikers here of the responsibility that she has to embody being a setter. Kasi ikaw yung playmaker ng team eh. You're basically rallying the offense of your team. So, ganun ka-crucial, ganun kabigat yung responsibility mo.
I could still recall na itong si Grace Hiponia, she also played for Bacolod Taytong High School. And right on cue, responding with a challenge from Coach Kung Fu Reyes, going to Angel Habacon. And Angel just dropping the ball over, acknowledging the two women, the two blockers right in front of her. Going back to Grace Hiponya, played for Western Visayas. They were hailed as the 2023 Palarong Pambansa champions. And right now, she's really trying to also find her groove once more in the collegiate rankings for San Beda. Angel Habacon on the other side. Once more.
Back-to-back points there for Angel Habacon. Although, again, she had to adjust after that bump set. Hindi niya nakuha yung gusto niyang timing. But fortunately, kilala natin si Angel eh. She's very, the type of a player na unfazed pa rin despite having two blockers na kasing tangkad ni Baklay and Ali in front of her.
Itong laro nga kontra NU, parang naging setter no second set was Espina. Eh, tingnan natin ngayon if Coach Kung Fu will opt to go for Espina or Kat Molina. But on the left pin, may sagot itong si Cassie Dongalio.
It's a good sign for Crazy Madriaga to finally activate Cassie Dongalio here.
UP still on top here by a single point, but right after that timeout earlier, nagkaroon ng back-to-back points itong San Beda. Angel. Capistrano with that first ball. They go to Dongalio with an exclamation point.
It's a better setup job there by Chrissy Madriaga for Cassie Dongalio, and of course that very familiar down the line hit of Cassie.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Angel off speed. Kiss to Dongalio. Back-to-back points.
Very smart move from Cassie Dongalio. She's targeting that same spot down the line. Of course, using the smaller blocker in Hiponya. But on the other side, the Red Spikers, medyo nahihirapan sila sa reception nila Daphne, no? Kaya in return, Hiponya has no other option than to set her second ball to Angel Habacon without activating other attackers.
And I like how Kiz is giving Cassie her confidence back, knowing that last game, no, medyo off eh. Itong si Dongalio in that loss contra FEU, game number 2 of that quarterfinals.
And of course, that was all because the blockings of FEU really stood up to man the offense of Cassie Dongalio. But again, it's a good sign for Chrissy na na-activate niya si Cassie in this set number 1.
Madriaga to Dongalio with that push. Just adjusting to that setup. Back defense, courtesy of Gajero. Dongalio, porsyento dito.
Same spot for Cassie Dongalio, but on that last sequence, medyo hinabaan niya yung palo niya, Daphne, no? Although, it's all because hindi rin ganun kadikit yung set sa net.
Grace goes to Angel, off speed. Capistrano with that dive. Low for Gajero.
That set was far off the net, kaya hindi nakuha ni Gajero yung timing niya. Of course, yung tendency kasi, Daphne, pag malayo yung set sa net, yung bola sa net, rather, is hindi mo dapat ibabaon.
But so far, we're yet to see Ali here. In the opening set, it has been Dongalio and Gajero so far. Grace. Katubig. Just the perfect amount of power to get that point.
Targeting Jelay Gajero on that attack. And of course, going off speed.
Earlier during our pregame, we talked about Angel Habacon's steady performance for San Beda University. But she would really need a helping tool here. And hopefully that could be Katubig for the Lady Red Spikers. Gahero. Great dig, as always, galing dito kay Byong. Bachar naman.
Great
One-hand save
Yep.
galing dito kay Dongalio. Gracie to Bachar. Cross-court, challenging Ali.
Right on cue, Daph, like you mentioned. Angel Habaco needs another hand here, and it's a good sign for the Red Spikers to see Bachar finally up at the scoreboard for Coach Kung Fu.
And that's where the challenge of Grace Hiponio comes in, no?
Yep.
With her various, no, yung mga variety rather.
Yes.
In terms of her setups, paano niya ma-activate itong si Bachar. Because during their first game dito sa ating tournament, I can vividly remember how Janelle Bachar stood up as if she isn't an incoming sophomore for San Beda.
Oh. Long serve from the Fighting Maroons. Both teams we're seeing so far exchange of errors, especially in the service area, no? Ay hindi nakaka-establish ng lead.
Parang di nga din tayo masyado nakakakuha ng mga rally
Yep.
so far, no? With those errors piling up immediately here in the opening set.
Oh.
Bansel on the other hand.
Great setup job from Crazy Madriaga there. That pass was already too close to the net, but still found a way to get Gansil.
This goal play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Crazy Madriaga setting up. And Bien Bansel pulling the trigger. Reverse setup. Pick up galing kay Bansel. Gahero nailing that one through. Set back to them. More chance here for San Beda University.
Oh,
But there has been several net touch on the side of the Fighting Maroons, and now San Beda University coming up at sila ang lamang dito heading sa ating second technical timeout.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
So coming to you live dito po sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium for our quadruple header Sunday. Bien Bansel, her quarterfinal showing so far, no? 9 points ng game number 1, 11 points ng game number 2, pero 52 total points siya, Rhea, at yung 20 doon galing sa blocks.
that's right. And in their game number 2 against FEU, yung 11 points niya, Daphne, 7 of those coming from the block. And of course, that 20 block points of Bien Bansel made her among the top blockers in the tournament. Following the footsteps of course, Nina Itang.
Parang kung ikaw si Nina, no, mararamdaman mo, okay, pwede na. pwede na rin ako umalis, no, dahil meron ka ng tulong galing dito kay Bien Bansel. But on the right pin, right after that second technical timeout, Jelle Gahero redeeming that point after that net touch earlier.
Like you mentioned earlier, Daphne, the connection of Jella Gahero and Crazy Madriaga and even Cassie Dongalio already established kahit nung high school pa sila.
But Jelian Katubig scoring her third point here in set number 1. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Foul blockers were already in front of her, talking about Katubig. Pero andun kasi yung gap, yung space between the blockers.
Bien Bansel was blocked in that play, as well as Dongalio.
Ball is out and will be awarded to the Red Spikers. Of course, kasi Dongalio could not get that ball over.
And San Beda University still on top here by 2 points, 18-16. Coach Fabio vividly upset.
I just told you, you need to play behind. They have the double block. She's coming from there. Why you bring her in front? One-on-one, a block, she got blocked. Keep her behind. ball to the antenna here. If we need to shoot a little faster, attack the gap. We're not physically here. And we gotta do better with the jump and the hit. Let's go.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Great timeout there called by Coach Fabio. And in fact, even in his previous timeouts, Daphne, in their previous games, he always remind the girls of that same instructions na kailangan nilang paghiwalayin yung blockers. And that's gonna be an important role or a crucial role to be played by Madriaga.
In his words, attack the gap. And that's how Cassie Dongalio answered right after that timeout.
It's a better setup job from Madriaga there to Dongalio. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ni Coach Fabio, Daphne, na paghiwalayin yung blockers. And in that last sequence, Dongalio was left with a single block in front of her.
So back to a 1-point deficit here in set number 1. Almost a miscommunication there. But just a perfect ball placement here, courtesy of Joniega.
It's a good intention from Joniega. Too much angle on that, unfortunately. Short serve.
Bump set, binigay kay Angel. Set back sa Beda. But Char struggled.
She had to adjust to that set given that mas dominant hand niya yung left.
So right after that error galing kay Juniega, ganun din nangyari kay Bachar. So back-to-back points on the side of the Fighting Maroons as Bien Bancel continues to serve here. At nandito na nga itong si Espina for San Beda University. So this time, the Lady Red Spikers having their own errors. 3 consecutive points para sa UP. Coach Kung Fu naman papatawag ng timeout.
Instead na makatulong kayo, nasa harapan na yung bola, tatamaan mo na, hindi ba matamaan na maayos? Ano bang gusto mo? Diba? Walang presence of mind eh. Walang sense of urgency. Kaya nga tayo nagpalit ng dalawa para tumulong eh. Diba? Nasa harapan niyo yung bola. Huwag yung tigilan. Nasa harapan niyo. Ba't tumitigil kayo? Sino ang kukontrol ng laro natin? Sila? O tayo? Isang pasa, pwede ka magpa-play 2. Palabasin mo na lang ito. Ganda mo yung pasok mo, Jen. Para lalayo siya dun sa gitna, sa FSA nila, ha? Pag umangat, paluin mo.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
You can feel that the call for urgency made there by Coach Kung Fu as that after that double substitution. And of course, Kat Molina up at the front row for the Red Spikers here. Coach Kung Fu asking for a offense, more offense from her.
Right on cue, that combination play will work as Angel Habacon was given the green light to do so.
Yep, that's a great play and setup job by Espina there, activating Angel Habacon for that combination play. Yun yung di natin nakita in the first few parts of set number 1.
So that will stop the 4 consecutive points na ibinigay ng UP. Kiss goes to Cassie. Espina. Angel trying to go for back-to-back, over-received. Espina once more, this time to Kat. At ibinigay kay Dongalio. Di kagana. Kat with that push. Challenging the defenders.
Smart move there coming from Kat Molina. Although that was a risky one if nakuha ni Jelay Gajero. Otherwise, that would be a chance ball for UP. But of course, in those instances, Daphne, that you would give up a free ball. That's the only way to do that. You target the corner pockets.
20 all. Just here in set number 1, after that attack from Angel Habacon, that perfect wall placement by Kat Molina. But Dongallo just quick to answer back for the Fighting Maroons.
Great response coming from Cassie Dongallo. This time, changing things up, targeting cross-court.
We talked about Ali. Parang di natin naramdaman yung presensya niya dito sa opening set. So, Coach Fabio inserting Kian Lango. One of the bright spots here for the Fighting Maroons. Scored 9 points in the quarterfinals game number 1. And even delivered 16 in game number 2. Battle at the net, makukuha yan ng Beda.
You can already see the change of aura and a body language of the Red Spikers here, which is a great sign for them. Of course, now that we're at the latter part of the set.
Ngayong nakakuha ng ibang klaseng point of view itong si Bachar as well as si Ponya.
Yep, after that resting time on the bench.
Paano kaya sila ngayon magko-contribute for Beda knowing that still, palitan lang tayo ng puntos and right now, tabla tayo at 21. Dongallo, cross-court. Unable to control by Byong in that play.
Yun yung gusto ng mga sets ni Cassie Dongallo, no? Na dikit sa net and medyo far off doon sa antena.
7 points nga, no? Rhea, para dito kay Cassie Dongallo. Reverse setup. Bachar coming off the bench. And just like what we've made mention,
the Red Spikers playing side out here. Of course, whoever wins this set will definitely be at an advantage.
Madriaga to Gahero.
Great defense.
Grabe yung dig doon. Galing dito kay Habacon. Kiss. Gahero one more time.
You know, the connection of Crazy Madriaga and Jelay Gahero. That's just perfect volleyball for Jelay there. Targeting that deep cross.
So it has been Cassie as well as Jedi here for the Fighting Maroons. 2 points away from clinching set number 1. Katubig down the line.
Crafty move coming from Katubig. Not the best of sets for her. But of course, mga ganong instances, hindi mo makuha yung set, you have really no choice but to outsmart the defense of your opponent.
So right now, Castillo will also be inserted in here for Beda University. 23 all. Both teams having a hard time to pull away. Kian, back row. That dig, galing dito kay Hiponya. Janelle has been targeting cross-court.
Ooh. Miscommunication for the Red Spikers, unfortunately. But that could have been a chance ball for them, Daphne. No, Jelay in that attempt was already underneath that ball.
One stop for Beda University if they want to tie things up at 24. Hiponya to Katubig once more. She's at home with that down-the-line kill.
Grabe yung setup job ni Hiponya. She was already at the opposite side of the court but still forced that set to Hiponya, leaving her with an open space sa blockers.
Jelian Katubig from Zamboanga del Sur. Kian Olango with her own hammer.
This is a strong rotation for both teams, but on the side of the Fighting Maroons, you have Kian Olango already up at the front row, so it's at high time to use her.
Sweet spot there for Kian Olango. UP now at second set point opportunity. Dongallo wishing to finish things up, but not yet.
Oh, great save.
Those dive ball para sa San Beda University would not work. Only 2 set points for the Fighting Maroons to secure the opening set. An extended one, still a great challenge for San Beda University.
What a save that was from Angel Abacon. Unfortunately, no one was there on that third ball.
Solid block point there, courtesy of Kian Olango, as she'll be leading itong ating set number 126-24.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Let's all party. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Era to era, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Set number 1, immediately an extended one, 26-24. It has been an exchange of momentum here. No team was able to pull away.
This is actually something that we expected for both teams. Daphne, of course, we made mention earlier, both teams are being spearheaded by new set of coaching system, but in that last set, it really manifested how both teams have improved vastly. We saw numbers coming from Cassie Dongalio and, of course, Angel Habacon, but it was the Fighting Maroons that really prevailed in terms of the attacks. They scored more attack points, 16 to only 14 from San Beda. And of course, they also capitalized 3 block points. And although my service aces itong San Beda, unfortunately for them, hindi nila na tapatan yung attack points ng UP.
So opening set, nakita natin yung mga aces courtesy of Grace Hiponya. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Set number 2, underway. Yeah, set number 1, as what we talked about, nakuha nga po ng Fighting Maroons, but just the same beginning. San Beda with the first point dito sa ating second set.
New set of players here, courtesy of our all-to-play rule. But looking at this last sequence, it's a great activation, courtesy of Espanya to the middle. Siyempre, mahirap din kasi bantayan Daphne, na lefty yung tinatapat mong middle.
Parang ngayon lang tayo ulit nakakita ng activation sa gitna. Talking about on the side of San Beda University. That push, unfortunately, will sail out para kay De La Cruz.
Well, De La Cruz had to adjust to that set, hoping to target that corner pocket. Unfortunately, couldn't get that angle.
Set number 1, medyo naging problema din for San Beda University. Yung mga miscommunications nila, that took a toll, especially during the endgame situation. Let's find out how the second stringers will be able to address on this. And just like that activation para kay Sofia de la Cruz one more time, this time with that kill.
A better setup job there for Sofia. And of course, targeting that cross court.
De Leon shoot sets. And that will be the first point for Yesha.
Awkward floor defense on the side of the Red Spikers after that attack coming from Yesha. But great sign for her to be activated early on here in set number 2.
Not sure if Matet Espina is related to Gina Espina of San Beda University. Hope we could get a background here for Gina Espina, as this time San Beda coming alive with this 2-point lead.
What I noticed with Coach Fabio Daphne is that he's really distributing the lineups in this all-to-play rule. Wala siyang steady na first 6, second 6.
Laging may may shuffle talaga ng players. So you would really feel na okay, hinahanap pa rin talaga yung perfect combination, kumbaga. Lango denied. Noseja with that push. Napaganda pa. Yung out of system na nangyayari for the Fighting Maroons. 2 points for Noseja. And we could expect a comeback performance as well for Noseja, knowing that she was also challenged by FEU. Not really her usual showing during that quarterfinals game 2. Espina reverses, binigay kay Kat. Pero nandun si Fernandez. Haboneta with that unwanted setup. Molina high ball. Haboneta from behind, Redwell. Gandang depensa sa net. Siya kayo nang papalo. Worth it! Yung block point kanina for Custodio dahil yung puntos manggagaling sa atake.
Galing pa siyang block doon, Daphne, but she immediately stepped backward to still, para maging option siya in terms of offense. And of course, in those kinds of system, you really just to give it to the middle blockers.
At ibibigay mo yung puntos na yun kay Espina for activating her. Although, they wouldn't want to, commit some errors here dahil pwede maging momentum killers.
Yes, that's right.
Knowing that this is really a massive beginning.
So after that, a confidence boosting point, tapos babawiin mo lang sa service error. It's definitely, or that will definitely parang demoralize the momentum of the team.
De Leon to Itang! Slamming the leather. That running attack. That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
No, you would not expect Ninya Itang to go for that running attack given na andun siya sa open side. But again, we are all used to that running attack from Itang.
Nice coverage, courtesy of San Beda University. Second time, ganun pa rin. Campos just all over the place, but Itang will not give easy chances here for San Beda University. The veteran is present.
I was also gonna say the same thing, Daphne. That was a very veteran move of Ninya Itang. Of course, andun ka na and that was a perfect time to go for that 1-2 play.
Kung kita ko kanina naghahabol yung UP during the opening set. Ninya Itang gathered her teammates kahit coming off the bench siya, just giving instructions dahil nga wala rin siya sa loob. Chansa para San Beda University. Attack from behind, picked up by Olango. Haboneta slicing her defenders through.
It's always a steady force here for the Fighting Maroons. Talking about Ira Haboneta there.
And 3 consecutive points delivered here for the Fighting Maroons. Coach Kung Fu papatawag ng timeout.
Ang problema lang, yung kasunod. So, di natin na set up na maayos. Bakit? Masyado kayong na-overwhelm sa galawan. Kailangan still compose, control. Okay, pasa tayo ngayon. Kaya, takbuhan mo ng running. Kaya naman ng running eh. Kahit magbalik-balik na tayo, basta bigyan mo sa kanya para magbabago lang yung atake natin. Dulo na lang to. Kaya kung wala nang pasa, hanapin mo lang shooting o kaya sikat. Pero kung kaya i-deliver dito, bigay mo kay...
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Kung Fu asking the girls there to go back to basics, of course. Of course, yung UP, they're just on a roll here. They're executing their plays, their system. Itong San Beda naman, they're a little bit hesitant sa kanilang mga plays. Hindi sila nakakapagpasa.
But great call for time para dito kay Coach Kung Fu Reyes to finally stop the 3-0 run created by the Fighting Maroons. De Leon, to Haboneta. Di ka pwede magbigay ng mga push na yon. Second time, may habol. Courtesy of Byong, pero magkakaroon ng tsansa itong Fighting Maroons. De Leon to Haboneta. Third time, still catch up. Nabubuhayan itong side ng San Beda, but unfortunately, De La Cruz with an error there with that attack. So, aabante po by 3 points itong UP 8-5.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier? Yummier!
Super League Preseason Unity Cup. After their loss to FEU in their do-or-die game, Kian Olango said she can't help but zone out during their team debrief dahil sobra nga siyang nasayangan sa game na yon. With 6 of her points solely concentrated in the 4th set, ang tumatakbo lang daw sa isip nito ni Kian that time ay bawat bolang isiset sa akin, papatayin ko talaga. And this is the attitude that she is bringing today, hoping to close out their campaign on a high note. Proud ako sa progress namin. We have to work on consistency lang kasi ang dami naming ups and downs. And we'll get there, ladies.
And hopefully they'll also get through itong set number 2. Dahil nga sila naman ang lamang dito by 3 points and make that 2 after that off-speed by Castillo.
Smart move there from Castillo to finally slow things down on the side of the Red Spikers, given sinasabayan nga nila itong tempo ng UP. They could not establish their offense there.
Long rally pa yun, no? Matapos yung first technical timeout. Biggest lead for UP is at 3. Espina activating from the middle. Seha, bumuelo pa. At puntos yan para sa kanya.
The Red Spikers could not get a counter offense here. Hindi nila nakukuha sa floor pa lang yung mga offense ng Fighting Maroons. And on the side of UP, it's just a delight to see them, of the Spikers of UP, contributing points.
Adjusting. Dahil nagkaroon ng problema nga sa first ball reverse setup, Kian Olango powering it through.
Up with a single block was Kian Olango at that. Still powering through against Sofia de la Cruz.
4-point lead already para dito sa side ng UP. 10-6. Aboneta targeting that down the line, but there was a pickup from Molina. Isa pang tsansa, pero hindi pwede. Yung mga tulak na yon. Sa gitna muli.
Finally, an activation coming from the middle there, courtesy of Caballero. We saw earlier Espina just maximizing Sofia de la Cruz, and what a time for her to switch things up and of course activate a Caballero there kasi nababantayan na nga si Sofia.
I hope I was able to count it well, no? Pero parang 3 points na si Caballero just here in the second set. Cross court para kay Haboneta. No, it has been several games na hindi natin nakita o naramdaman itong si Haboneta. That spike is brought to you by Potato Corner. World's best flavored fries. Order now.
Great reverse set also from De Leon there, leaving Haboneta with a single block.
Nantay natin, no? Itong si Haboneta talaga na mas mag-step up pa para sa side ng Fighting Maroons. During the invitationals, palitan din sila nitong si Monares. Yung pagiging veterano din nila sa loob. At yun yung kinakailangan pa, I guess, on the side of the Fighting Maroons. Reverse setup, and Kat Molina will not disappoint.
Kat Molina targeting down the line.
So we're seeing actually more attack points, more variety as well on the side of San Beda University. Just their errors preventing them to catch up here for against the Fighting Maroons. Kat Molina with that drop this time.
Back-to-back points for Kat Molina.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Not a playmaker right now, but a spiker. Kaya naman, hindi niya sasayangin yung chance na makapuntos para sa San Beda University. Back-to-back points courtesy of Kat Molina.
Overpass.
Espina. Molina ulit. Yesha will try to answer back. Not the best first ball coming from Byong.
Double contact violation will be called against the Fighting Maroons.
After being down by 4, 3 straight points executed by San Beda University coach Fabio will be calling for a quick pause.
It's 10:48. I think we can wake up now, right? Because we're kind of sleepy on court. We're not ready. Yesha close antenna with the block, okay? Middle effort to go and close the block. Libero comes inside now, okay? Because they've done it twice, it means they found a space. But if the antenna is open, you start deep, okay? Let's go. Come on, come on.
That title was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
That's a great time out there by Coach Fabio, reminding the girls, it's time to wake up. It's already 10:48 a.m.
Time check pa,
Oo
no?
nga.
Coach Fabio.
And it's all because hindi niya ginugusto, kumbaga, yung galaw ng girls in this set. He sees it as something na hindi ganun yung galaw nila. Medyo mabagal compared to what they presented in set number 1.
And they were up here by 4 points. Now this is just a 1-point game. But Kiano Lango just calmly going for the cross court.
That's exactly how you want to respond to a timeout there. Again, the ever-reliable Kian Olango just going off speed, nothing too fancy at that attack.
Again, 71 total points para dito kay Kian Olango for the Fighting Maroons. Loaded service.
Oh, still alive.
At napabuti pa yun para dito kay Kat Molina. Will really appreciate how wise Kat Molina is in set number 2.
But what a serve that was also. But a better save for the Red Spikers there. That could have been a chance ball for the Fighting Maroons. Unfortunately, there was a miscommunication.
De Leon to Itang. And that's something that they need to capitalize right now.
Yep. Nina Itang is now at the front row. So like you said, I guess it's time for the Fighting Maroons to make profit out of Nina Itang's offense here.
Espina, binigay kay Kat. Siyang may hot hands dito. Pinaglalaroan ang mga blockers ng Fighting Maroons.
Mga unforced errors so far for the Fighting Maroons here. They could not get a hold of their defense.
Iba-iba yung pinapakita ni Kat Molina. May mga push, may mga down the line, may mga roll shots, no? It's working out well, giving UP Fighting Maroons difficulty to read her attacks or her spikes. UP pero sila pa rin ang lamang dito, 13-12. Yesha.
Great target on the cross, courtesy of Yesha. Although, nakailalim na rin siya sa bola dun eh. I think that was a little mishit.
But still work. Para dito kay Yesha Noceja. Another chance ball here for the Fighting Maroons. De Leon. Miscommunication kontra dito kay Itang. 1-2 play, gagana.
What a time for Espina to go for that 1-2 play after the Fighting Maroons scrambling in their floor defense.
Probably she was able to observe, no? Kanina pa eh.
Kakabalik lang din ni Nina Itang on that net defense.
Opportunity here to tie things up for San Beda University. Battle at the net. Chance here for the women in white. That push anticipated by Yesha. Kian from behind. Second time for Soph. Nope. They go to Haboneta. Finally. Another shot here.
Another veteran player for Coach Fabio. After that bump set, Ira Haboneta again targeting that cross court.
So still UP. Ensuring na parang ang closest ay 1 point na hahabulin itong San Beda University. But regardless, they're just trying to be in the driver's seat here in set number 2. So again, the substitution will only happen right after the second technical timeout. With our hashtag all-to-play rule, Coach Fabio was hoping to insert itong si Bien Bancel para sa UP but they couldn't make it.
Coach Fabio has to wait. One more point.
One more point. Sana lang, Coach Fabio. Massive service. Galing dito kay Itang. Galing pa sa service, may dig agad. Although unfortunately, there will be a net touch to spoil that supposedly momentum for San Beda University. That was Custodio. And with that, aabante po muli itong UP 16-13.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Second set at nakabante nga po by 3 points itong side ng UP Fighting Maroons. And finally, good substitution na inaabangan ni Coach Fabio.
So our all-to-play rule is no longer enforceable here after the second technical timeout. So both our coaches already have the liberty to go for their substitutions.
Pero for Coach Kung Fu, no, still opting na ito muna yung maglalaro who played here in the second set. But, nung binanggit ko yun, ito na yung konting changes na gagawin niya. Insert niya na si Kapitana Angel Habacon back in action here in the second set. She needs to step up big time here because her team is currently behind by 4. Then Angela Bacon is the NCAA Season 99 Rookie of the Year and first best outside spiker. Yasmina, Angel Habacon, second time, but still read well. That dig coming from Molina. Attack from behind. Itang playing as a setter in that play. Aboneta with a cross-court angle.
Crafty move there coming from Ira. Not the tallest of attackers for UP, but the smartest, I would say.
Pasa tayo, pasa! Nawawala lang, di ba? Bumaba. Sige, Dominic! Nakapesto na eh. Nung kinat, di ba lang nag-react, dumaba na lang kayo, pwede naman kayo humakbang, di ba? So, bataan lang kasi nag-a-adjust tayo, nag-a-adjust sila. Yung last adjustment, pupul pa yung ginagalaw natin. Ha? Lagay natin, may touch nga tayo. Problema, ito, tumitigil na naman kayo. Ha? One touch.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Kung Fu just wants his girls to commit to every floor defense na pinupuntahan nila. In fact, he highlighted, andun naman yung depensa ng San Beda eh. And when they try to adjust to the offense of UP, dun na lang sila medyo hesitant eh. So, the highlight on that timeout really was to go for that floor defense.
In that sequence, how will the spikers, be able to get their confidence if wala din yung coverage na yun? This block is brought to you by Peri Pear Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Yan Bansil among the top blockers so far in this tournament.
Yeah, she has been very consistent in terms of her blockings. Talking about Bien Bansil. Again, she contributed 7 blocks despite that loss against FU in the quarterfinals game 2. Habacon this time gets it through.
Angel Habacon just using the hands of the blockers as usual. She really tries to challenge the blockers in front of her, and every time, successful naman siya lagi.
But still a 5-point lead that the Fighting Maroons are holding on to. De Leon to Bien with that drop. One hand save courtesy of Habacon. De Leon to Haboneta, literally just adjusting with that set. But Char from the right pin, nailing it through.
Set was too close to the net, but fortunately for Bachar, naunahan niya yung bola sa taas eh.
She's one of the players that we are really expecting to shine once again. Talking about Janelle Bachar for the Lady Red Spikers. Ooh, Bien Bansil drilling it through.
No, I like to associate Bansil as a player na silent but deadly.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Season 86 UAAP Girls Volleyball second best middle blocker from her block point earlier, and right now with an attack point, Bien Bansil.
Smart move from Angel Habacon. Iniwasan niya yung block ni Bien Bansil eh. She's using Kian Olango on that attack, targeting down the line.
Mga awards lang daw pag-uusapan. Siyempre naman, Angel Habacon nga. Season 99 in the NCAA Rookie of the Year and first best outside spiker. Imagine just playing your first stint. Ganun na agad yung impression na ibinigay mo sa mother tournament mo.
Double substitutions for Red Spikers.
De Leon choosing Olango. But there will be no hand check. So ang puntos may ibibigay for the Lady Red Spikers. Ganda sana nung atake na yun. Kian Olango eyeing for that down the line. Nice anticipation there for Angel Habacon denying itong si Haboneta.
Angel Habacon was at the right time and at the right place.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Huh? We got a play. Double block on the middle, so overload everybody in front, and then you have to give the ball to the antenna because she can see the line. The libero is on 5 meters, so you don't cross the hit. Aim at the face, then apologize. Let's play that game, okay?
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
That usual timeout instruction made by Coach Fabio there. He wants his girls really, especially the setter, to go for that antenna sets. So let's see if this is something that De Leon could translate given that she's orchestrating the offense here for UP.
Obviously, Coach Fabio unhappy because earlier they were up here by 6 points. But just 2 points na lang ang hinahabol for San Beda University. Espina to Habacon denied. Great coverage from Byong. Habacon with that off speed this time. Sakripisyo binigay ni De Leon. Espina. Sa kanan naman, Molina denied.
Kian Olango really being patient on that block.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
You can see the intention of Olango to go for that block.
Kian Olango just very territorial in that block point. Ang connection nila nitong si Bien Bancel activated.
Great read there from De Leon.
Jose on the other hand, one hand save at the back. Molina one more time. This time,
he's challenging the blockers in that attack.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Block mo ko na isang beses, hindi pwedeng umulit pa. That is the mentality here for Kat Molina. Still a 2-point game. De Leon choosing Noceja. This time, their own block point.
Back-to-back points for the Red Spikers here. That will definitely boost their confidence here at set number 2.
Solid showing for Kat Molina here in the second set. Cutting the lead here by just a single point. All around para kay Kat. Bien with their own move from the middle.
Great ball control of De Leon to set up Bien Bancil there.
With that, UP ulit on top by 2 points, 22-20. San Beda just taking things slowly, one at a time. They were able to trim down the lead by just a point, but Molina with 7 points right now. Olango cross court.
The elevation of Kian Olango after that bump set from Ira. Powering through that space between the blockers of San Beda.
UP just 2 points away from snatching set number 2 once again. Overpass. And with that, Yesha will be bringing her squad now at set point opportunity right after.
Well, if you're San Beda, you can't afford to go for an overpass. You're going up against Olango, Yesha, and Nina Itang in the front row.
So far, this is the effective lineup, no? I guess on the side of the Fighting Maroons. Great serve. Espina. Jelian saving 1 set point here for the Lady Red Spikers.
Katubig unfaced by the double block in front of her, saving set point.
Coming off the bench here in set number 2, itong si Jelian Katubig. She was part of the starting 6 earlier. Struggle in terms of getting that first ball. Kakaroon pa ng tsansa. At error pa yun.
And Beda still alive here at set number 2 after back-to-back points. Of course, the UP, they will only need 1 point to secure this set, but if you're San Beda, you can no longer afford to commit an error.
2 set points saved. Make that 3!
What a time for Caballero to score an ace here.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
That's a timely ace for the Red Spikers.
Caballero on show in the service area. But Nina Itang, she was just waiting for that perfect first ball for her to be activated and to clinch set number 2 for the Fighting Maroons.
Who else would you go to if you have Nina Itang in the front row?
So UP Fighting Maroons securing set number 2, 25-23.
They now lead the game 2 sets to none.
Each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying the Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Set number 2, nakuha muli ng UP Fighting Maroons led by Nina Itang. Some presence as well from Ira Haboneta At higit sa lahat, no, yung combination nga na ipinakita natin nung trio from the NU Nazareth School and now finding their new home in the collegiate rankings, Bansil, Noceja, as well as itong si Olango.
Of course, we also saw numbers coming from their team captain, that was Ira Haboneta, as UP tallying more attack points still, 18 on their own, while San Beda tallying 15 attack points, both teams with 2 block points apiece, while mas may point itong San Beda with 1 ace. Unfortunately, they could not contain the offense of UP.
Lamang na nga by 2 sets to none, but right now we have an early report coming from Danny Nakpil.
You are still tuned in to the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Ang maturity nga daw ng mga players ay hindi nababase sa tagal ng paglalaro, kung hindi sa exposure at ang pag-overcome ng crucial moments at very situational nga daw ito. Ito ang paniniwala ni San Beda University coach Kung Fures. At sabi nga niya, yan ang hinahabol niyang makuha ng San Beda players. Kailangan pa daw ng mga to magkaroon ng killer instinct at malayo na nga pero malayo pa at maraming pang tatrabahuhin. But he is so proud of his girls. Daphne and Rhea.
Thanks, Danny. Who wouldn't be proud with how San Beda has been fighting all throughout this Shakey Super League tournament? This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, pizza here at Shakey's.
And talking about the improvement of San Beda under the system of Coach Kung Fu, which really manifested in their game against NU, Daphne, which they secured set number 1.
On the other hand, also improving, not just with the system of Coach Fabio, but probably with that guidance of Nina Itang. Itong si Bien Bansil, early attack point here for the Fighting Maroons.
Noceja couldn't get that ball over.
Noceja this time going for the drop read well by Habakon, but Char sent back by this Katipunan-based squad. De Leon to Noceja one more time. She has been read well by the net defense of San Beda University.
Too long there for Kian Olango. But this is an exciting mix for Coach Fabio na ginamit niya yung mga veteran players niya in Bien Bansil, Kian Olango, Jelay Gajero, and Yesha Noceja, but still maximizing De Leon as the playmaker, as Coach Fabio will challenge that point.
Yun na nga, early here in set number 3. Papa-challenge na nga itong si Coach Fabio. They were able to snatch the first 2 sets already. Biggest lead in set number 2 was at 6, or different from what happened. Closer one actually was set number 1. Pagdating ng set number 2, the second stringers led by also the ball distribution of De Leon. Kaya ngayon here in set number 3, Coach Fabio deciding na okay, we go for Bansil, Olango, Noceja. So ang ibinalik lang from the first 6 earlier ay itong si Bansil, pati si Gajero. Asking for a block touch, but unfortunately there was none. Kahit dun sa fingertips o pinky finger, wala din, no? So that challenge will be unsuccessful. De Leon. Yan Olango one more time. Di pa din. Noceja this time. Access denied.
Great block there coming from Janelle Batchar, already anticipating that attack.
This block is brought to you by Perry Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Set number 2, several times that this Katipunan-based squad denied those attacks by San Beda University, and right now, ganun ang ginagawa. Itong Lady Red Spikers.
Oh, awkward attempt there for Janelle Batchar. Sa ilalim na siya ng bola.
But Espina just taking accountability with that setup na sa kanya daw yun, no, na mababa.
Immediately apologizing after that faulty set.
On the other hand, Coach Kung Fu, entrusting, no, itong si Espina to orchestrate the offense for San Beda.
Good serve. Angel Habacon continues to challenge Nina Itang, the blocker of the Fighting Maroons there.
That's the 9th point of Angel Habacon. Seha from the left pin.
Great angle from Nesha Noceja.
No, we would see itong si Yesha. She's really trying to challenge either the blockers kanina.
Yes.
She was denied. Pero minsan minabasa na lang din talaga yung defenders eh. Kung sino yung hindi talaga naka-establish, kumbaga.
Oh, reverse set. Little miscommunication on that Espina setup.
So you gotta really start strong here in the 3rd set, knowing that 2 sets nakuha na ng Fighting Maroons and they only need a single one to secure this victory, secure this game. Although that will be a lucky break though on the side of San Beda University with that service error.
Service too strong for Kian Olango. Well, this is an opportunity for the Red Spikers.
Obviously, Janelle Bachar having a difficult time here in the 3rd set. And right on cue when we talked about that one, so Kat Molina will be inserted in. Again, Kat Molina with 7 points earlier. The 2nd set, 6 points coming from that set. Yung unang puntos, no, nanggaling yun nung nagkaroon ng substitution. And few points remaining sa ating opening set. Molina, binigay kay Angel.
It's a faster execution on that attack, courtesy of Angel Habacon. That's a double jump also from Nina Itang. So agad niyang pinalo yung bola, no? Given na nakuha ng decoy si Nina Itang.
Gandang basa ginawa ni Angel doon. Abante pa rin sila dito. Isang puntos. Cajero. Shut down.
Cajero tried to challenge the double block of Red Spikers on that attack. Unfortunately, couldn't get that ball over.
Lady Red Spikers, but led by Angel Habacon with 10 solid showing right now.
This is going to be her 6th game na double-digit siya.
Running attack. Favorite move. Talking about comfortability. Yun ang ipinapakita dito ni Nina Itang.
Forced error by Red Spikers on that net touch violation. Yun yung mga sayang na mga points, Daphne. No? Nakukuha na nila sa floor defense eh. Yung offense ng UP. Unfortunately, they will have to give up that free ball because of a net touch.
So now, time to head on dito sa ating first technical timeout. San Beda on top by 2 points.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier? Yummier!
Back in action here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. On top by 2 points po itong side ng San Beda University, led by this 10-point production of Angel Habacon. 7 points on the other hand for Kat Molina, but she was just inserted back in here in the third quarter. So let's see how she will try to help out itong side ng San Beda. On the other hand, some struggles for University of the Philippines here in the third set. So again, this is a classification matchup between this NCAA and UAAP showdown, San Beda kontra UP. And then later on naman po, yan pa po tayong isang game, CSB will be taking on Ateneo. Final 2 games natin will be our semi-finals. So they're still trying to mop this side of Beda.
So whoever wins the classification matches this day will advance to the next classification match in the rank 5, as we already have the top 4 teams who will battle it out in the semifinals. We are yet to see today.
So in our semifinals game, it is NU as well as USC with that toys to beat advantage. Different format we are seeing this season of our Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup in celebration of the 50 years of Shakey's. So there was no whistle yet. Hindi na mawarm itong side ng Lady Red Spikers for delaying the game. After that spill, yung water on the sidelines. 8-6 lamang po ang San Beda University. De Leon to Gajero immediately. Overreceived. Tapik. Espina with that one-hand save. Chansa sa Fighting Maroons. Bien with that drop. She has been challenging the defense of the Lady Red Spikers. Gajero overshoots at that one though.
Gajero targeting down the line. Unfortunately, couldn't get a groove at that attack.
And this is the biggest lead already for San Beda University. Tables have turned in terms of momentum here in set 3. Who will come up alive for the Fighting Maroons? Struggle even in that first ball. Buhay ang depensa ng San Beda.
Kat Molina, a little bit of surprise after that defense.
This block is brought to you by Peri Pear Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
What a block also that was coming from Bien Bansil.
Back a 2-point game. Espina binigay sa gitna.
Espina, great way for her to finally distribute her sets.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now. Reverse setup. Gajero from the right pin. Back on with that dig. Jelly Ann extending this lead at 4.
Too big, just targeting that open space, going off speed. It's nice to see the Red Spikers, finally switch things up in terms of their tempo here at set number 3, given na in the first 2 sets, nababasa na ng UP.
Seven points already for Katubig here. Doon ang depensa, galing kay Fernandez. And they continue to struggle. They continue to search for their rhythm for the Fighting Maroons. Biggest lead already at 5 here. Coach Fabio needing a quick break.
For the first time in 8 years, I feel I want to go back to Italy. This is unwatchable. Unwatchable. Lack of personality, lack of physical effort, lack of intelligence in hitting the shots that we don't have good in our hands. Ladies, we're playing against small blockers. High ball, use the middles. There's nothing happening in zone 4. Use the middles. Come on.
Relax lang, relax lang.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
You can feel the frustration of Coach Fabio there. Kasi nga, hindi niya nakukuha yung gusto niyang execution in terms of offense.
For sure, no? Those words will hopefully wake up itong side ng Fighting Maroons as what he described. Unwatchable. Itong Fighting Maroons right now. He's in search of those activation from the middle, but
So far, the biggest lead of the Red Spikers here in set number 3. And not only here in set number 3, but in the overall match.
6 na. Lumobo na po ang kalamangan dito for Beda University. Struggle in that first ball. There needs to be some changes here for the Fighting Maroons.
Again, Kat Molina on a roll here for the Red Spikers. Quality minutes for her after coming off the bench.
And this is the connection that we are waiting for. Molina with 8 points. Reverse setup. Dongallo finally.
Coach Fabio now inserting Crizzy Madriaga and immediately activating Cassie Dongallo.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Jelle Gajero is on the sidelines. So that connection between Dongallo and Madriaga is expected here in set 3. Back-to-back points for the Fighting Maroons.
Great intention for Kat Molina. Unfortunately, hindi niya nakuha yung execution on that drop ball. But back-to-back points now for the Fighting Maroons.
And 7 points was the biggest lead earlier. Espina, some activation from the middle. Fernandez, bump sets, choosing Naseha down the line.
It's a better execution for Yesha Noseha there, targeting that same corner pocket.
So Janelle Bachar, after resting for a few minutes here in the third set, will be back with her 5-point production so far. Espina binigay sa gitna, nice read from Bien. Jelly Ann. Buhay na ang depensa ngayon ng Fighting Maroons. Dongallo from behind. They pick up from behind. Olango.
Great dig.
Grabe yung dig dito para kay Campos. Seha will be getting that one. 4-0 run for the Fighting Maroons right after that insertion of Kiz Madriaga here.
Okay lang, nilagay mo na mahina. Ba't di ba kaya i-recover? Diba, naguhulaan tayo ng galaw? May second movement, third movement. Di ba walang A tayo? Kung ba dapat? Huwag kang tumalo, sa harapan ng flanker mo, di ba? Saan ibibigay yan? Hey! Nasa winning moment tayo, tapos binibitaw yung winning moment, 0.5 points. Huwag kayo manghintay magkamali yung kabi at trabahoin. Trabaho nyo na yan. Hey, every point is winning moment. Tandaan nyo yan na.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Great time out there from Coach Kung Fu. In his words, every winning point is a winning moment. He recognizing that the Red Spikers have the advantage here at set number 3. They have the momentum, they have that rhythm. What he wants is for the girls to execute that and to establish that offense.
Madriaga to Noceja. Sent back. Sa kanan naman kay Kian. But Campos, spectacular. And that floor D. This time, Bachar with her 6-point. Challenging Cassie Dongallo.
Janelle Bachar, after having some rest time off the bench, immediately scoring a point. So that's a good sign for her.
That will spoil the 4 consecutive points created by the Fighting Maroons. That attack from Janelle Bachar. Lang on the other hand. Campos is playing pickup job here.
Great effort there for the Red Spikers, but again, we're so used to seeing that the Kian Olango cross-court attack.
Back to a 3-point deficit. Yan biggest lead earlier was at 7 points, courtesy of the Lady Red Spikers. Espina reverses, choosing Janelle Bachar, 7 points.
Janelle Bachar changing her offense here.
16-12, heading sa ating second technical timeout.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
The Shakey Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza. Dito po sa Shakey's. Love to see.
Yes.
Some supporters here, one of the family members, I'm assuming, of our players here in Shakey Super League. Set number 3, still happening here. Bachar from the right pin, this time read by Madriaga. Noceja with her own cross-court. Her presence is necessary here in the third set.
Awkward setup job there for Noceja, but then again, just powering through that attack.
So back to a 3-point deficit. Ooh.
That will definitely hurt the Fighting Maroons here.
Yeah.
As they want to close out the lead.
Sabi nga nila, no, pag ikaw naghahabol, wala ka talaga lalong like, right to commit those errors.
What a time for Janelle Bachar to score an ace. Another morale-boosting point for the Red Spikers as they enjoy a 5-point lead here at set number 3.
Came off the bench, rested for a while, but no rest for this. Nina Itang, the familiar veteran move one more time, that slide attack. This school play is brought to you by Order Milk Tea. Order now. There is already a built connection between Madriaga and Itang, obviously.
It's true, nothing too fancy, just Nina Itang doing Nina Itang things. Miss hit, yep.
You would really hear it, no? From that hit galing dito kay Angel Habacon. They're still up here by 3 points, though. Espina to Habacon. At napabuti pa yun.
For contact violation will be called against the Red Spikers, but Coach Kung Fu will call for time.
tayo eh. I-score na, nag-i-error pa rin kayo. Hey, presence of mind eh, na napuputik agad kayo eh. Lamang pa tayo eh. Anong klase mindset yan? Ano nangyayari?
Putol tayo.
Umaatake tayo. Kayo pumaparin sa sarili nyo. Itong pasa ulit. Atake ulit tayo. Yusuf naman.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now. Well, you can feel the frustration of Coach Kung Fu after that timeout. Kasi nga lamang sila eh, but he doesn't understand bakit ganun yung body language ng Red Spikers. Down to a 2-point game all of a sudden. Alam mo yung pagiging upset ni Coach Kung Fu is coming from that 7-point lead they were able to establish earlier. Rejected! Hindi daw pwede sa katipunan ang mga taga-Beda. Ninya Itang with that solid denial kontra Angel Habacon. Payong na payong.
Yup. Kitang-kita talaga eh, yung intention ni Ninya Itang to go for that block.
So it's Castillo who being trusted here. Dahil bantay sarado na itong si Angel Habacon. She's being predicted well by the Fighting Maroons down to a 1-point deficit. In 2 sets, nakuha na yan ng Fighting Maroons. They're hoping to end things straight. But San Beda is still wide awake here in the 3rd set. This time, Castillo.
Great substitution for Coach Kung Fu. And Castillo immediately scoring a point.
Sometimes you're just really waiting for your perfect time to be inserted back in.
Yes.
Because you would really read, no, what's happening inside. Some things na kapag nasa loob ka, hindi mo na rin napapansin. His to Itang again and again and again. But Ninya Itang will continuously show here for the Fighting Maroons. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Sizzling hot here in the 3rd set. Etong si Ninya Itang. Espina goes to Jelly-Ann. Di gagana.
Great
One-hand
save. Yep.
At may 4 touches na itatawag kontra San Beda University. Just like that, with that 7-point lead gone instantly as we are deadlocked at 19.
Spina will have 2 attackers at her disposal in this rally.
Sharp serve from Ninya Itang. Katubig, low. Tables have turned here. Because right now, in the driver's seat, etong Fighting Maroons.
It's a costly error by the Red Spikers as UP will take on the lead. But of course, for the girls in white shirts, this is actually an advantage for them, given the Fighting Maroons don't have a libero in the court right now.
Opting to go for a wiser move this time. Itong si Jelly-Ann Katubig with a block out.
That's the way to do it if you're up against Bien Bansil, is to just use her hands to your advantage.
20 all here in the 3rd set. With the help of the net.
It's a timely ace for the Red Spikers. Although a risky one. Kasi di mo alam eh kung saan court mapupunta yung bola with the help of the net.
Great read in that sequence, because unfortunately that sailed out after delivering a service ace earlier. who will take over the lead. Not too big.
It's Bien Bansil now.
Yeah.
Still manning the net for the Fighting Maroons.
There are times that we see that celebration
Yes.
from Bien Bancel, although she almost lost balance in that play. Pero may net touch challenge na ibibigay si Coach Kung Fu here with what happened in that sequence. So yung nag-block earlier was Bien Bancel as well as Kian Olango. Also sometimes sabi nga natin yung challenge, they're just using this as an opportunity para nagiging timeout to gather yung kanilang players. Or even for the players itself, sila mismo mag-usap-usap on what needs to be done. Momentum killer, pwede rin.
Yes. For San Beda, this challenge will definitely be a crucial one for them. As the Fighting Maroons have a 2-point lead after this. 2 or 1.
And again, kanina UP po naghahabol dito ng 7 points. Seeing our video challenge.
I think what Coach Kung Fu thought was yung kamay yung tumama sa net, but unfortunately for the Red Spikers, it was the ball. So that point will be awarded still to the Fighting Maroons.
Still, they're on top here by single point. Paano aagawin muli yung isang puntos na yun para sa Lady Red Spikers? Spina bump sets. Miscommunication. Ball still playable.
Coach Kung Fu calling for a challenge on that pancake save.
So yes, they will still continue that challenge. Meron pa silang isa. Not sure, but I think they're trying to contest, na dapat hindi na good yung bola dun. Na nag-drop na yun on the floor with that save.
Ball in yung challenge ni Coach Kung Fu on that rally after that pancake save. So let's see if he will get one here as our referees are trying to clarify.
That's a crucial call. As Coach Kung Fu visibly upset. Nakikipag-usap nga siya dito sa ating technical team. At dahil nga dikitan din tayo dito, San Beda is trying to snatch the momentum here on the side of the Fighting Maroons. He also came from an unsuccessful challenge prior that sequence.
Our referees here clarifying, but as far as I know, Daphne, you can validly call a challenge immediately after the offense or the act. But let's see if ano yung maging decision ng ating referees.
But unfortunately, our first referee, ang inilabas niya ang kanyang red card. So that point will be rewarded on the side of the Fighting Maroons. Red card na yung inilabas ng ating first referee dahil earlier na-warningan na rin nga sila for delaying as well. Ganon din ulit yung naging scenario dito. But if you're San Beda University, you really need to rise on this occasion and respond through attack points. Two-point game here in the third set.
Save. Ooh. Beda couldn't get that ball over.
crucial calls earlier could dictate momentum here in set 3. Just like that, UP now at match point. Running attack. Dig. Galing dito kay Madriaga. Espina. To Katubig. What a dive coming from Fernandez. Jelian, one more. No. Long rally alert. Defense activated for both teams. Goes for that drop.
Beda still alive here. As Katubig will score a point after that drop ball.
Buhay pa rin. Ito si Jelian Katubig and the rest of the Lady Red Spikers.
Well, they need more attacks like that. Outsmarting the defense of the Fighting Maroons here.
One match point save coming from the Lady Red Spikers. Pancil with a chop. Kiz reverses. Dongalio putting an end mark.
What a reverse set that was from Crazy Madriaga, as Cassie Dongalio will get that match point for the Fighting Maroons here as they secure this match in 3 straight sets.
Ginawan at nilagyan ng end mark ng UP Fighting Maroons ang larong to. Straight set victory after that heartbreaking journey they had in the quarterfinals. Won over FPU in 4 sets in game 1. Fell short in 4 sets as well contra FPU Lady Tabras, but right now winning in this classification matchup contra Beda University.
But what an effort as well shown by the Red Spikers here. We saw how they vastly improved after being placed in a new coaching system, in a new set of system on their own.
Huge congratulations once again on the side of the UP Fighting Maroons. It wasn't an easy battle, especially here in the 3rd set. We thought it was Beda who go and dictate, even clinch set 3, but they took it patiently. Came from behind, down by 7 points, but just really snatched the momentum to ensure that they'll be winning in straight. 26-24, 25-23, 25 and 22. The Fighting Maroons winning in this classification showdown.
Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
(26-24), 25-23, and 25-22. A swift victory po on the side of the UP Fighting Maroons, coming from behind even in that final set. This MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza here at Shakey's.
Of course, our MVP of the match is no other than Ninya Itang, who scored 7 points, built on 6 attacks and 1 block. As always, a steady force on the side of the Fighting Maroons.
Despite that loss during quarterfinals game 2, she scored 16, and right now, she is with Danny Nakpil.
Congratulations, Nina. The straight sets win. Kanina nag-usap tayo before the game. Sabi mo, hindi dapat kayo makontento and to show up na laging gutom sa panalo. And panakita niyo yun. So, naging game plan ba na kung pwede tapusin to in straight set?
Actually po, yung game plan po namin is just keep doing what we are doing the past games po. Parang dapat treat namin yung every game as a learning opportunity for us kasi we're still building up our connection sa loob. Kaya ayun, dapat maging ready lang sa lahat ng changes and communicate lang sa loob.
And sabi mo nga, you're still building the communication, adjusting to the system. So, this journey hasn't been easy for UP. Pero saan ka pinaka napaproud sa team mo bilang one of the seniors?
Napaproud po ako dahil even though hindi po kami masyadong perfect pa yung system namin, pero sinusubukan po namin mag-adapt. I'm sure lahat po naman po ng team na ginagawa po yun. But napaproud lang ako kasi sinusubukan namin mag-communicate, mag-connect sa isa't isa, and yun, I guess, yun, napaproud po ako kasi we're trying our best talaga.
Ayan, dahil MVP of the match ka, sinong gusto mong batiin, pasalamatan?
Binabati ko po yung mga UP community and family ko po dyan sa Cebu, and sina Tita Rita, family ni Nika, hello po Tito Denny, Tita Rita, and Tito Frank, maraming salamat po sa suporta niyo po sa amin. Yan lang.
Ayan, dahil MVP of the match ka, may special gift ang Shakey's para sa'yo, Ninya. Happy Sunday! Ayan, congratulations again, Ninya Itang, for being the MVP of the match. And again, congratulations to the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Let me turn you over now back to Daphne and Rhea.
Congratulations, Nina, and once again, for stepping up big time para sa side ng UP Fighting Maroons. Now, time to check out our Smart Powered Up plays, brought to you by Smarts on the 5G. Stay connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart app.
Of course, set number 1, we saw here how Coach Fabio capitalized on the offense of Jelle Gajero and Bien Bancil as his starters in set number 1, to which na-contain nila yung offense ng San Beda. And in set number 2, we saw here the outputs of our MVP of the match. That was Ninya Itang, na kinapitalize siya ni De Leon there. Of course, with the help of other veterans as well in Ira Haboneta and Kian Olango.
Yun nga, yung veteran tandem na yun, between Itang and Haboneta, help out to secure that with 25-23 in the final set. Literally with no momentum itong side ng Fighting Maroons. They've been having a difficult time to secure the first ball for De Leon to set up. Kaya pinasok din itong si Madriaga. And that slowly humabol itong Fighting Maroons with those attack points coming from Ninya Itang. At dahil nga doon, tables have turned and the sweep set or win para sa side ng Fighting Maroons. 26-24, 25-23, and 25-22. Taking a look at our final numbers for this matchup.
Of course, you have the Fighting Maroons here capitalizing on their offense. 44 attack points compared to 40 of San Beda. Mas lamang din sila sa block points. They scored 9 compared to only 4 of San Beda. Although they scored 0 aces here for UP, lamang rin ang San Beda sa aces. But still, etong San Beda, they gave away 23 errors here. That translated into a 3 points to the Fighting Maroons.
Imagine kung di nila na produce yun, no? They were able to probably tie things up here. But regardless, huge congratulations for UP Fighting Maroons. But coming up next, another classification showdown. Ateneo naman kontra CSB Lady Blazers.